How is it? You're kicked on it, yeah? Well, Jismariv Agini Ushla, and welcome here to Caherbran, scene of the finishing line for the first circuit this Sunday morning of the Cork International Top 20 circuit. And we are informed that in yesterday's rounds around Mallow that Billy Coleman is well in the lead, a good half a minute ahead of his nearest rival Austin McHale, and they are also being followed by Brendan Fagan, who is in third position at this stage. So the Opel Mentas certainly setting a blistering pace at the start, and we are here, as I said, at the finishing line of the first circuit this Sunday morning, and the car should be coming on now in about another few minutes or so. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Caherbran. Here we are at the finishing line almost of the first stage on this Sunday morning of the Cork International 20 rally, and the cars will very shortly be leaving Ballinagree and will be coming down around here onto Caherbran, and of course they will be continuing on throughout the day over to Kilnamatra, Ballavourney and into Macroom, and they will complete the circuit 3 times. This is the very first one in the morning, and we are informed that from yesterday's driving, Billy Coleman is in a reasonably commanding position. He's over half a minute ahead of his nearest rival, Austin McHale, and of course both of those drivers are driving Opel Mentas. They are being followed closely by Brendan Fagan, who is driving Vauxhall Chevette, and we will shortly, of course, be seeing the cars coming around the coming down that stretch of road up there and going around this bend and onto the finishing line over at Caherbran. Just zoom past us there was Billy Coleman, of course, going at a ferocious rate, to say the least, confirming his position as overall leader in the second day of the Cork 20 rally. And just gone by there, Brendan Fagan, number 4 from Dublin Chevette. Number 8 just gone whizzing by, Davy Evans. And just gone by there again, number 5, going at a ferocious rate altogether, James Doherty from Adair, driving Vauxhall Chevette also. Number 22, Pat Dunyan from Ballybuffet in his Talbot Sunbeam. And James Cullen going around that turn there in brilliant style from Letterkenny. He was driving a Ford Escort. Two just gone by there in close proximity, number 32, Ray Binskin, driving Ford Escort, and shortly behind him was Brian Nelson, and we've got another one coming. Number 41, and that was Aidan Marrow, and he was driving a Talbot Sunbeam also. Number 23, Douglas Hoare, and he was driving Opel Ascona. Another one just coming on now. Number 34, which was Hugh Toomey from Mallow with his Talbot Sunbeam and no rear window. Number 49 there, John Moynihan from Rathmore in a and number 33 there, just really zoomy it along, Barry Duggan from Mill Street in his Ford Escort. That was Damien Campbell, being closely followed by Michael Grandin driving a Fiat Ritmo. Yet another one coming. Number 14, which was Den Daly from Belfast driving a Datsun. And just gone by Austin McHale and his Opel Manta, really bomby it around the turn there. Number 28 there, Michael Tregunning from Petstow, really taking that turn in brilliant style. That being Eamon McAleenan from Castlewellan in a Ford Escort, and down the long stretch of road now, coming into this bend. Brilliant stuff there from James Nahin of Cork in a Ford Escort, sliding all over the place almost in that bend. He was, yeah. Just gone by Martin Daly from Ballincollig. See that? And just gone by there you had Frank Maher being closely followed by Joe Butler in an Opel Manta. Bruce Blake there in his Talbot Sunbeam from Navan, zooming around the bend. Number 37, Pat Kiley from Mallow. Just gone by, first lady of the competition gone by, I think Jenny Burrell from Glasgow. Here we are in the pits here in Macroom at the first service at the end of the first stage of today's Cork 20 International Rally. And just having come into the pits there, in your picture is Austin McHale. Who on last night's timing was just a minute behind Billy Coleman. And television. You're right. We're privileged here to have Austin just to say a few words for us at this stage of the rally. Austin, are you happy with the way things are going?
No, not really. We dropped a lot of time in the first stage this morning. On the way out, the drive to the eye pump broke and our eye light was flickering, so we took it very easy. I thought of the engine damage, but it seems to be holding together alright.
Do you reckon you've dropped another couple of minutes behind Billy Coleman? So
we've dropped something on the first stage, we dropped something over, I think it was about 40 seconds, but over the last two, I don't know.
Yeah. But you reckon you can get back into it?
Well, we're on to hold second anyway, you know, and try and make it a 1-2 for GM.
Very good indeed. And of course, you mustn't be very happy with your look throughout the year either.
Yeah, I had unfortunate year, like the circuit was really the worst of the whole lot, but things are beginning to come together okay now.
What about, you've done the course once this morning, you have to do it twice more. What do you actually think of this morning's stages?
Stages are very good. That last stage there, can't actually remember what the name was. Yeah, very good, you know, the point of stages are very good generally.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Justin, for taking time out to speak to us. We wish you
Right. You know, we have Artie O'Keefe. I'm sure Artie must know this scene quite well because he's in rallying now since 1966. Artie, what is it like now to be driving around with a column tie servicing?
Oh, great. Great. Completely relaxed. No problems whatsoever.
Yeah. You've been through many a circuit and many a Cork 20 with both Billy and with Gerald Buckley. So now you're taking a more easy role, doing a bit of spectating and right. I suppose ready to drop in any time that there might be an urgent breakdown.
If they need me, I'll be there. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, of course, you're known now as the old man, the old grey man in rallying. You must have enjoyed many a good trip in the circuit and in the Cork 20 in Galway, Donegal,
for many years.
Ulster, and for many years. So it was a great time for you.
Great. I enjoyed it immensely. Yeah. Had a good time with the two cars.
Yeah.
And
of course, you not alone have you serviced for originally with a Cortina, then for Escorts, you went to Alpines, you went to Chevets, you went to Opels, and then now you're with the Manta. The big variation, I suppose, in the cars.
What a big difference. Yeah. Big change now. Yeah. Completely different. Yeah.
Right. Thanks very much, Artie.
Right. Thank you.
How are we doing? Yeah, I'll get you there in a minute. Yeah. We're here now with Paddy Coleman. Come back here. We're here now with Paddy Coleman, Billy's father. I'm sure you must be fairly delighted at the moment because he seems to have pulled out a bit more time on Austin this morning.
What's this all about, Dan? Dan, what's this all about?
Right,
I don't know what's happening this morning. I didn't hear a thing yet.
Yeah. Well, to the best of my knowledge, he pulled out quite a substantial time again this morning, so it looks like he's on for his first win since the Cork 20 went international. Of course, Billy have won it 4 times already, and he's hoping to equal Gerald Buckley in this one. I
know all about that. Didn't all over it. There's a long ways to go.
Fine, yeah, it's a long way to go, but I think you said pretty happy unless the mechanical failure. I think you should take it well.
Oh, well, hope for the best anyway. That's all.
Right. Thanks very much. Now we speak to Christy Farrell navigating Austin McHale for this one and many more. Austin, what is it, Christy, what is it to sit in with Austin when you're so long with John Kine and previous drivers?
Well, it's to me it's just another driver. They both have. Austin has a different style of driving to Austin, but you know they both go very fast. So
yeah. How are you doing this morning? I understand you were 56 seconds behind last night.
Yeah, the gap between ourselves and Billy has been extended now. Billy is 1 minute and 24 seconds in front of us at the moment.
Yeah. Can you catch him?
Being realistic, I'd say no, because it's very difficult. Because Billy, obviously, he's down around his home area. He knows the roads very well. And even with pace now, it's very difficult. You know, we're going flat out, and I think Billy just has the edge over us. But
yeah, being pace now, it's a new thing for rallies down south. We've had them in Donegal a number of years ago, and also here in the Ulster. But I suppose it will come to pace notes for every international in Ireland from this on.
I think pace notes make even it out between ourselves. I have no doubt that if we were coming down here and tackling Billy, you know, without pace notes, there's no way we'd be able to even come remotely near his times. Pace notes make the thing fairer, so they do. But obviously, you know, if it's the same as if Billy was up around Dublin, we'd expect to be beating him.
Fine, Christy. So it looks like Billy is going to win his first Cork 20 since he went international, even though he have previously won 4.
Well, providing no mechanical trouble intervenes, it looks like that way anyway, you know. But there's a fair bit, there's about 70 stage miles left yet, so who knows?
While in rallying, anything can happen. It can be the first mile or it can be the last mile. So this morning you had a straight on at one junction. That break the concentration or upset the driver somewhat?
Yeah, really, it's hard. That problem occurred near the start of his stage. The trouble was the tyres hadn't heated up to working temperature at that stage, and you know, we just put that behind you. Just any of these problems, and you just look to the next bend.
Yeah. Thanks, Christy.
Okay,
best of luck. Now I have Tom Welsh, general organizer, rally organizer for Billy with a number of years, and on many events you've done quite a few circuits with him. Tom, what is it like to be down south again with Billy back after a few years retirement?
It's very good to be back in Cork. I mean, it's a number of years now since we did the Cork 20 with Billy, and only the other night we realised it's 1976 since he won it last.
Yeah, well, of course, this would be Billy's first time winning it since he went international, even though he even won it 4 times previously. Obviously, he's trying to balance the books with Gerald Buckley, having it won 5 times.
Well, we'll have to come again next year, so at that rate.
Right then, during this event, have you had any problems or any organisational problems or servicing problems?
No major problems, except a continuing problem with brakes, which we really haven't got to the bottom of, but at the moment they're working well and we're leaving them alone.
Yeah, there seems to be a small problem with the Manta. The Ascona didn't have that problem. What seems to be, you know, is there any rectification for it?
At the moment it seems to be because they're going too quickly and the brakes are just getting too hot. The cars are going that much quicker, they're holding a higher pace for longer periods, and the brakes at the moment that are available don't seem to be able to take it.
Right, Tom, thanks very much, and the best of luck, and I hope you'll have no problems with your organising. Thanks, Tom.
I don't know.
You don't understand it? Right, now with me is Billy Coleman's navigator Ronan Morgan. Ronan, you've been at this game now for approximately 10 years. How do you find it today compared with when you started?
It's certainly a huge difference, Paddy, as to when I started. It's obviously the sport has got tremendously quicker, and with the introduction of pace notes, it's even made it about 20% quicker again. It's certainly much more of a business now than a sport. When I started, it was you just went out for the bit of fun on maybe a Saturday night or a Sunday to do maybe a one-day event, and it was all for the crack, and you'd have a few pints the night before. But now it's got so serious. It's a very highly professional game. The sport has certainly changed an awful lot in those years, but it's still very enjoyable. It's very exhilarating.
Ronan, you have navigated for Brendan Fagan, for Tony Pond, for Russell Brooks. How do you find setting in with Billy now?
Well, he'd be very comparable to some of the quickest drivers that I've been with. He's certainly a very canny kind of driver. He would be more switched on to circumstances on an event than any other person I've ever been with. There's no doubt about it. He's really a very professional attitude to the whole sport.
Right, at this point in time I understand you've pulled out some further time this morning. Can you tell me now exactly your overall position?
This morning starting we were 56 seconds ahead of Austin, but we're now 1 minute and 24 seconds ahead after a further 3 stages.
So it looks like you're just pulling away from him nice and easy.
Yeah, but you never know, Paddy. A puncture could put us back to about 3 minutes behind, so you just have to keep the pressure on all the time, and we've got another 6 hard stages to do, so Austin's not going to slacken off either, so we'll have to keep the pressure up.
Yeah, knowing from several events that we've been on the outside looking in at when you were with Brendan and I sing after Gerald, and that we just have many a good time, so it's back now again when yourself and Christy are heavy out.
Yeah, that's right. Christy and myself have been competing against each other probably longer than any other co-drivers in the country, so it's nice to know the other guy's style when you're competing against him, and you know everything he tells you is 100% correct and vice versa. So we've got a great understanding between us and we get on very well together, so it's quite important.
Yeah, it must be pretty horrifying to be sitting in there and calling notes and make sure that you call the right one rather than calling fast left when it's a 90 left or something like that. There's a fierce responsibility on the navigator on these pace note events.
Well, there is, Paddy, but that's what makes it all the more enjoyable. You really feel as if you've got a 50% input into how quick the car is going, and the driver's got the other 50%. So it really makes it a team effort, and that's what makes it so enjoyable.
Yeah. So with that we'll leave it. I think you're shoving out shortly. So the best of luck, Ronan, and I assume you'll be there at the finish.
Please God. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Hello, more Tom. Right, now I have with me here the leading driver at the moment, Billy Coleman, who needs no introduction, I'm sure, to all the local fans around here. Billy, how's it going this morning?
Oh, it's going fine, Paddy. We put out an extra half a minute, and you know, we're down to about 60 miles to go now, so you know, we should be okay.
Yeah. This would be your first win in the Cork 20 since the Winter International, and also your 5th win. So obviously you're trying to equal up to Gerald Buckley's record of 5 wins.
That won't be easy. Right, we'll be trying anyway.
Oh well, I think at this stage now, when you pull out next up at a time, barring mechanical problems, I think you should have a nice win.
Well, it should, you know, Paddy, bar a mistake, you know, which is always, you know, happens. But we should be okay, I think.
Yeah, well, Billy, you've rallied since 1967. You started off with a Cortina JPI 216, and your latest car here now, the Opel. You've rallied Escorts, Alpines. You haven't driven the Chevette, I don't think. No. You've driven a variety of cars. How do you find this Manta now?
Well, definitely, it's the best car I've had. You know, for everywhere really. It's very stable car. Probably has enough power at the moment. And you know, it's a good driver's car, so I think it's probably the best I've had.
Yeah, well, of course, with the BHP behind them and all that now, and the development and this, I suppose 4-wheel drive is the next option for these cars.
Well, I think so, and I think that all the people are developing new 4-wheel drive cars now, and it's only a matter of months before we see quite a few new cars coming on the scene.
Ari Vatanen had a latest victory as well on the San Remo with the Peugeot, so they seem to have got their act together very, very quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, you see, and I think anybody who hasn't got that kind of power and traction now is wasting their time, so that's the pattern for the next couple of years, I'd say, no doubt about it.
Yeah, well, moreover, this being a tarmac event, the 2-wheel rear-wheel drive car is quite competitive, but once you get on the loose surface, you have to have the 4 wheels at the moment.
That's right, but even on the tar, if it's wet, I'm sure the 4-wheel drive will have a big advantage, and at the kind of power that the engines are turning out now, 2-wheel drive probably wouldn't put it down anyway. Even in a dry road, you'd probably be gaining still with the 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, this would be your 5th Cork 20 win, so obviously you'll have to come back for to try and beat the record.
Well, I hope it'll be the 5th anyway. There's 6 stages to go, but sure, we'll see next year if we're still around.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Billy, I think you're almost due out, so you better hit away, and the best of luck, and Danger will be here again later on, and you'll be able to give him the final result, which will be number 1, hopefully.
Hope we'll be here. Thanks, Paddy.
Thanks, Billy. Right, now I've with me Billy's brother John, who's very well known to Gaelic football followers and all this. John, this is slightly different to the game you were at the top end.
Yeah, but I'd say just as hair raising, Paddy.
Yeah.
Just enjoyable, I must say.
You've won All-Ireland medal in '73, and it's a slightly different sport, but seeing that two of one family have got to their top, got to the top in both their sports, so you must be a very happy man at this time, seeing Billy is after pulling out an extra lead.
Well, I'd say he got to the top alright, but I don't think I got to the top. But he's doing well, he's doing very well, I must say. It's nice to see him back in the sport again after such a long layoff, and I think he's driving as well as ever, you know.
Yeah, he seems to have got into the groove again quite quickly with second in Galway, winning Donegal, winning the circuit, and fifth in the Ulster. He have the Tarmac Championship wrapped up quite quickly.
Yeah, but I think the result here in Cork would be very important to him, because this being his local event, I'm sure you realised when Gerald was running, it was the very same. It's nice to win your home one.
Yeah, well, I've just said it to Billy here that he's going to equal up the spoils now between Gerald and himself. They'll have five each within the past 10 years, you could say, so that they have done quite well in it. Billy originally won it with the Escort and then with the Alpine and with the Group 4 Escort. Now with the Manta, it's quite a change in cars.
It is, yeah, but I was talking to Gerald yesterday and he says it will be 6-5 next year.
I don't know altogether about that. It will be 6-5 in favour of Billy, I think. However,
here beside me we have Barry Duggan from Millstate, and I'm just going to first ask Barry, is he happy with his performance so far in this Cork 20 rally?
Very pleased with yesterday's performance, especially when it got wet. You know, we pulled back quite a few places, suited the car, because we haven't got the same kind of power as the bigger cars, you know. But this morning, when we were expected to improve, I'm afraid we have disimproved, if anything, because we've had we stretched the clutch cable there on the first stage, and we've had problems getting our gears over those 3 stages. We have it fixed now, and we're hoping things will improve.
So you reckon you might pick up some time again on the last, you have to go around the circuit twice again now today?
That's right, yes, yeah. Hopefully we'll improve between here and the finish, you know. If we don't aim to improve, so we might as well go home.
Indeed. What did you think of this morning's course, as we'll say post yesterday, or any course you have done this year?
This morning's 3 stages are 3 very, very, very good stages. I would compare them with any stages I have driven in any rally, you know. And yesterday's stage is also very good. Overall, I'd say the stages in the Cork 20 rally this year are the best stages that they have run in the Cork 20 with the past 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Very good. Apart from yourself, who do you think has the greatest chance of winning today now?
Well, I'll settle for Billy Coleman winning it, you know. If Billy will win it, I'll take any place that's left down the line after that.
You don't think there's any way Austin McHale can pull back the minute and a half?
No, I don't, no. I think that's out of the question at this stage.
Indeed. All right. Thank you very much, Barry, and we wish you luck in the remaining period of today's race. And here beside me in the service centre here in Macroom is John Moynihan, local driver. John had a bit of bad luck yesterday, and I'm sure he'll explain to us exactly what went wrong himself.
Well, about 2 miles into the first stage, the car just stopped, holding the piston, so we had to retire.
And you had to pull out completely yesterday?
Yeah, we finished yesterday, that was the end of that. So we brought the car home yesterday evening and took the engine out, stripped it out, put an extra piston, new piston, and we're going to Sunday Run now today.
And what exactly does going the Sunday Run mean?
Well, it's a rally for all the drivers that crashed or that went out of trouble. They have to repair the cars again on Sunday, but they can drive in the rally.
And how did it go this morning then for you?
Oh, it's very fast this morning, crazy.
Yeah. Were you happy with your performance this morning?
Oh yeah, so far, very good. We're running way back in the field, but we don't mind.
Who are your main rivals in the Sunday Run?
Well, there's only 3 of us in the Sunday Run, but the 2 of those are passing us, so we don't worry.
Yeah.
If we finish it on, I'd be happy out.
What did you think of this morning's stage? I mean, I don't know whether you even got around yesterday's course to have a look at it, but I'm sure you travelled before the race. But how today's course comparing with, let's say, yesterday's one up around Mallow?
I'd say possibly more tighter, and the last stage is very, very fast. Definitely tighter and more slippery than yesterday.
And from men from inside now, you should be a good judge of who you think is going to win today's Cork 20 International.
Well, I'd have to say Billy Coleman. If he stays going, he must win it.
You don't see any way that Austin McHale can pull him back?
No way not. No way in the world.
Of course, if he wins today, he also wins the Tarmac Championship outright.
That's right, yeah.
Indeed. Right, thank you very much, John, for taking your time to speak to us, and we wish you luck in the rest of today. And here we are back on the road again, and we're on the second stage of the Cork 20 rally now, and we're here in Sienna Kilnamatra, and very shortly we will be seeing the cars zooming down that hill over there, down the road here through the village and off up out past the church and out the hill over there, and we won't see much of them. They'll be probably going so fast, but we'll catch a glimpse of them anyway, and it shouldn't be very long now before they start coming again. I was a grand picture. And here comes the first car now coming down.
Is it rolling?
It's number 3 there. That's Richie Healy, just gone by up past the church. Sound in here.
Is it rolling there?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Fairly, Yes, I think we're going to have our first car now coming into view. Your clip down? Should be coming down around the bend now in just a moment, and it should be car number 2, Billy Coleman. Yes, here it comes. There goes number 2, Billy Coleman, absolutely bombing us. Super. Blue Manta, Opal. There goes number 8. Number 8 is Davy Evans. He's really tearing up the hill. Another one coming into view now. That one is number 5, is James Doherty from Adair, and another Vauxhall Chevette. Well, they're coming fast and furious now. They're really flying through Kilnamatra village. There goes Pat Dunyan. Number 19, James Cullen. Real swing at the church there, again up the hill flying. One really thundering into the village here now. And that's number 1, Aston McHale. Wow, wasn't that some turning? My goodness, he's really bombing it. Hugh Toomey, I believe, going up the hill. Barry Duggan just going out the top of the hill now. Picture just had Billy Coleman flying past. Did you get him with it? No. You don't know? Was in the hand, right? Have we run now? Oh, he's alright. We've gone on here. Geez, we left it. We left it here. Go up in the distance, we'll be safe for job in here. Just in case. He was up in here. I don't know about this stage now. There goes Austin McHale. He was up in here. I don't know about this stage now. There goes Austin McHale trying to make up his last time on Billy Coleman in the last round of the Cork 20 rally, and this stage we're at Ballinaglee, and we'll be just awaiting the next driver now to come around the corner. Just gone around Pat Dunyan. Really zooming it out. Number 19, James Cullen from Letterkenny in his Ford Escort here in the final stage at Ballinaglee of the Cork 20 rally. Number 32, Ray Benskin from Ballycotton in his Ford Escort. County Down. Fading out of your picture now. Another one coming around John McCarthy's Bend. .34, that's probably Hugh Toomey. It is from Mallow. It's Talbot Sunbeam. Flying by there, Dougie Hoare from Lisburn in the North Lascona. Really bombing it out now. Here goes Barry Duggan from Mill Street in his Ford Escort. Here we are, still in Ballinaglee at the rally, and Conor O'Rourke here beside me has been observing it very closely today. He might have something to say about it.
That was wonderful out here, desperate speed.
You wouldn't like to be out there yourself trying to drive along with him?
No, I don't think I do, I'd say.
Was it the Ballinaglee stage you were looking at all day, or did you see any of the other ones?
No, Ballinaglee, I'm from this locality, like now.
Yeah. Of course, it's becoming a bit of an annual event up here now. I believe it was up here last year as well, and you probably look forward to it at this stage.
Oh God, yes.
Indeed. I don't have a bit to do, only just. And we're still here in Ballinaglee at Johnny McCarthy's Bend on the road, and beside me here I have a great driver himself, Dan Ambrose. I should know, he's often giving me spins in his car. Dan, are you enjoying the rally?
Oh, very much so, Ger.
Would you ever think of going into it yourself?
Yeah, in a few years now, when I have a few buffs there, maybe.
You would have to get a stronger car than that Fiesta, you know?
Oh yeah, I'll go for in this got 1600 or 2000 or something.
Indeed, and you wouldn't see any big thrills or spills around the roads today?
Not here anyway, in this place we were expecting more excitement here, but they seem to be just only starting up here, so...
Yeah, so there hasn't been anything hectic
here now.
Another man here, Johnny McCarthy, beside me. Johnny, how are you enjoying the rally?
Alright.
It must be great source of noise too, and you live in there. I suppose you can get a bit of peace for the whole day.
Yeah, no, make no difference to me.
It's no difference at all. You wouldn't see anything queer happening around anything, wouldn't go off the road or go over the ditch or anything?
No.
No?
No.
Everything alright, so?
Yeah,
right,
no.
John. Thanks very much, John. You already know it, yeah. Mary Kaler here beside me. And a very enthusiastic audience we have here indeed today. Mary Kaler from Carrick Thomas. Mary, are you enjoying yourself?
Oh yes, very enjoyable. Sure.
You wouldn't fancy trying to try your hand at it yourself, would you?
No, not yet.
No, but I hear you're driving mad these times.
Keeping between the ditches anyway.
Which is more than some rally drivers have done. We've just seen one crashed out the road a while ago. You wouldn't see anything weird or startling?
We're only here, this is the first stage of the week up to see.
It's the last one too, so I suppose we won't be seeing many more. Thank you very much, Mary, for your very intelligent comments. And here beside me, still in Ballinagree, Joan Shorten has come a long distance to enjoy today's rally. I'm sure she is enjoying it.
Yeah, I am enjoying it very much while I sing it, but anyway.
Yeah, have you are you a fan of any of these drivers out here?
No, not really, but I know quite a few. Well, I know one or two of them.
Who do you know of at all?
Well, I know of James Doherty from Limerick.
James Doherty.
He's out of it now.
Actually, that's right. We saw his car back the road.
Yeah,
had a bit of a bash. Yeah.
Oh, was it his car?
Yeah, I think it was. It was indeed, yes. You wouldn't see any big thrills or spills around Ballinagree today?
No, not really. I haven't seen much of it.
No, okay. Thank you very much, Joan, for your comments.